It's late November 2022, and I'm visiting the Central Oregon coast. I've just arrived at Smelt Sands State Recreation Area, which is located just north of the city of Yaquina, Oregon. It's high tide, and the ocean waves are surging far up on the rocky coastline, sending impressive spouts of water into the air. Sometimes it's useful to have a person in the scene to provide a sense of scale. In this case, I volunteered to be the human yardstick to help assess how high the spray is tossed in the air. For this trip, I stayed at Tillicum Beach Campground. The campground is located right on the Pacific. Although all of the campsites are close to the ocean, only a few have direct views of the ocean. I was fortunate to get one of those campsites. I could look out the side door of my camper van and see and hear the Pacific. The campsite sits something like 20 to 30 feet above the beach, and from my campsite I had a great view of the wide, sandy Tillicum Beach. With a comfortable chair, it made a great place to relax and enjoy the sights and sounds of the Pacific. It's a very short walk to a stairway that leads down to the beach. A sandy beach stretches for miles in both directions from the campground. At this time, it's high tide, and much of the beach is covered by the ocean, and only a relatively narrow strip of sand remains. It's now late afternoon, and the tide has gone out, leaving a broad expanse of wet, sandy beach. The sky to the west is also beginning to acquire the red and pink colors of sunset. It's now sunset, and the beach is wrapped in a warm, rosy light. I stayed 3 nights at Tillicum Beach, and each night had a beautiful sunset. This is the first sunset. The second night, the sunset was also stunning, although somewhat darker with more clouds. The third sunset was another lovely display of warm colors. After sunset, the stars come out. This time-lapse of the night sky was taken in the hours just before dawn. It's not just at sunset that sky has red and pink colors. This view is looking to the west just after sunrise. Of course, the sun is behind us here. A little later on the same morning, the reds and pinks have pretty much gone away, mainly leaving a cloudy, blue-gray sky. I also visited the Devil's Punchbowl, which is an Oregon State Park day-use area and is located about 8 miles north of Newport, Oregon. It is a large bowl which has been carved in rock by wind and waves. It also has 2 openings to the ocean at the base, allowing the ocean to surge into the bowl when the tide is high. I've seen pictures of people standing at the bottom of the punch bowl. As far as I can tell, the only way to get to the bottom of the punch bowl would be when the tide is low and to walk in from the beach. On the north side of the Punch Bowl, there's a rather rocky beach, which was looking somewhat misty on this stormy day. On the south side of the Punch Bowl, there's a sandy beach. I also visited the Yaquina Lighthouse, which is located just to the north of Newport, Oregon. I had planned to spend a while at the lighthouse, but it began to rain almost as soon as I arrived, so I got just a little video. The walkway by the lighthouse does provide a great spot to watch the waves sweeping into a large rock just offshore from the lighthouse. I hope you enjoyed this video of my visit to the Central Oregon coast, and maybe I will see you traveling in the Pacific Northwest outdoors.